thank you for joining us this Wednesday the 13th for SUTV News. We start the broadcast tonight with a report from Catherine Carmine, who went to hear Chris Sandy speak to a packed Mags gymnasium to students about the dangers of drunk driving. Sandy, a man who pleaded guilty to 2 counts of vehicular manslaughter, vehicular homicide by DUI, killed an elderly couple while he was driving between parties in college. Sandy was released after 8.5 years in Georgia State Prison, and Catherine has that story for us tonight.
I'm here at Mags Gym on the campus of Salisbury University to hear the story of Chris Sandy, a man convicted of vehicular homicide by DUI at the age of 22. Students flooded the gymnasium Monday night to listen to Chris Sandy's story. Chris Sandy talked to students about how large of an impact choices they make every day can have on their lives and encouraged students to stop and think about the consequences of these choices. Sandy used photos from his accident and life in prison to elaborate on his story and to try to have a bigger impact on students.
But I can relate because I did drink and drive.
I was given the opportunity to volunteer for a program that would give me the ability to share my story with students in high schools and with colleges.
Drive and got caught. So I don't know what I would have done if the same thing had happened to me. I was one of the luckier ones, but just like him, I have to live with what I did and what I'm going to have to do for the next couple of years.
Just blew me away on how many people could be affected in that 45 minutes. So I just felt that since it was such a small venue and such short notice that we should bring them back and open it up to everybody.
I was given the opportunity to volunteer for a program that would give me the ability to share my story with students in high schools and with colleges. The what ifs for so long, like what if this didn't happen, what would have happened, where would I be at? I mean, I asked those questions to myself, and it's kind of like there's no answer to it because I just don't know. I mean, at the time I wanted to have my own business and I wanted to marry my girlfriend, but you know, that has changed since then.
Chris Sandy travels all over America to share his story to provoke people to think about the choices they face every day. This is Catherine Carmine with SUTV News.
And housing is always an important topic on the minds of students at SU, and even more so as we near the end of the semester. And with the administration announcing that it will be mandatory for incoming freshmen and sophomores to live on campus, many upperclassmen that do not want to live in off-campus housing fear for their living situation. Well, SUTV News' Stephen Grace took a look inside University Orchard, which come next year will be another living option for students.
A chic, fun, yet sophisticated living space. That's what Salisbury's newest housing complex, University Orchard, wants to offer its students. Model apartments like this are now open for students to view, and the Orchard's general manager, Diane Pitcher, gave us a tour and talks about how University Orchard is a place to live for students next year.
Everything is a little bit more modern. We upgraded some of the appliances, even door handles. You know, we went with a nice silver finish with everything, the overhead lighting, the look of the bathroom. So we did go a little upgraded and definitely modern. Some of the reactions we were getting the first day that we had opened the model was that it felt like an extended stay hotel. We are fully furnished and fully applianced. So in your kitchen, you're gonna get a dishwasher, sink with a garbage disposal, microwave mounted right over your stove, and then a full refrigerator with an ice maker in your freezer. And then in your living room, you get a faux leather couch and a leather chair, coffee table, end table, entertainment stand, and a 47-inch flat screen TV. And in the bedrooms, we went with a full-size bed for everyone, desk, dresser, and a nightstand. Everyone will have their own sink and vanity area, toilet area, and then we did it without the bathtub, so it's a little less to clean, but you have a nice wide stand-up shower stall. We're going to issue everyone a small plastic key, and that key will be encoded for your front door and your private bedroom. So if you're not home and your door's locked, your roommate could only access it with your key.
Now, something else unique about University Orchard is that every unit has the option of being co-ed. And if you look in this room, you can see that it's specifically decorated for a male. But if we go right across, that's a female room. But the option is ultimately up to you.
we believe we're going to have mostly upper class students here. And at that point in time, if you're ready to live co-ed, or you have friends, you know, males and females can live together here, that's not a problem. The only thing is both parties, or all 4 roommates, would have to agree that you do want to be co-ed. Your 2-bedroom standard apartment, which we're in right now, will be $765, and this is all inclusive. So it's all your utilities and all the furniture you see here. The deluxe version, which is at the end of the building, is $775. And then when we get to our 4-bedroom apartments, the 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom standard is $715, which is pretty marketable in this area, we found. And then the deluxe version, again, at the end of an apartment building, is $730.
Right now, riding through the complex, construction is very visible, but pictures says that they are on schedule and the buildings will be up and running for students to move into by next semester.
Of the 8 buildings, we have 4 buildings in the front that you can see here that are closer to being done. They'll be done earlier in the summer than the back 4 buildings just behind us here. Those are mixed buildings, 4-bedroom and 2-bedroom, and they'll be done by late July, so ready for students in August.
Crews have been working 7 days a week to get everything prepped for students to move in by next semester. There's even a live 24-hour camera feed recording the construction of the clubhouse, which is able to view on the University Orchard website. In Salisbury, I'm Stephen Graves reporting for SUTV News.
And the Madeline G. Purdue Charitable Foundation has announced 2 gifts to the SU Foundation with a combined worth of $540,000 to benefit the women's basketball program here at SU. The money will be used for team operating expenses and to help with the construction of new athletic facilities. The wife of Franklin Purdue played basketball at SU and was the university's Women Athletic Player of the Year in 1938. And last week, SGA sponsored the 5th annual Stop Hating Week. The campaign is geared toward promoting diversity and acceptance around campus and throughout the community. The week culminated with a board-breaking ceremony on Friday in Red Square. Kim Newcomb has that story for us tonight.
We're here in Red Square for the board-breaking ceremony that will end Stop Hating Week at Salisbury University.
Our society today, in so many ways, concerns me that we don't really have an appreciation for different opinions. So it's perfect that Salisbury University's role is to try to work against that and to promote open minds and inclusiveness. And so I'm really proud. I'm proud of our students.
Well, I can tell you that Salisbury University is much more diverse than it was when I was a student here, and I think that that's a great thing. It's a great thing for the university. It's a great thing for the surrounding community.
Well, we came out today to support the Stop Hating event because, we agree with what the mayor said. People are still treated poorly in this country, and, it needs to stop.
What's the most important thing you learned this week?
That everyone is different and that we need to celebrate everyone's differences.
Thank you to all those who contributed to Stop Hating Week and came out to show your support. In Red Square, I'm Kimberly Newcomb for SUTV News.
Thank you, Kim. And so tell me about the general takeaway about the event. What were the student reactions?
They were all very positive. People were really excited to be out at the event. And when it came to the board breaking, everybody wanted to get involved. Everybody wanted to be breaking the board that had all the hateful messages written on it.
Well, thank you so much for covering that all-important story for us. And we'll be right back with more news after this brief commercial break.
Check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, and this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say?
And we're back with the City Council election results. Now that all of the votes have been officially counted, we can report the names of those who will be on the ballot come April 2nd. The mayoral candidates will be the incumbent mayor Jim Ireton and local businessman and blogger Joe Albero. The District 1 primary race ended in a unique fashion. Incumbent Councilwoman Shani Shields will face businesswoman Cynthia Polk and activist April Jackson, as the latter two received the same number of votes in the primaries. The District 2 race will be between incumbent Councilwoman and Council Vice President Debbie Campbell and urban developer and military officer Jacob Day, as they defeated nonprofit executive Jack Heath. Again, the general elections will be held on Tuesday, April the 2nd. And for this week's Meet the Candidates segment, I sat down with Mayor Jim Ireton, who will be facing off against Joe Albero on April the 2nd in the general election. The mayor didn't mince words when it came to why he's running for re-election or how important he felt that SU was to the city of Salisbury. And I just want to start off, put simply, why are you running for re-election?
Because I'm a better person for the job than the other guy running. Let's just be clear about that from the beginning. I love this job. I love this town. Born and raised here. And I can think of no better way to spend my day besides teaching children and being the mayor. I can't think of any other way that I'd rather spend my day.
Part 1 crime has dropped significantly since you've been in office. One, how much credit do you think you deserve for that?
If it had gone up by 40%, you'd be sitting there in your chair and you'd say, Mr. Mayor, the crime rate's gone up by 40%. What are you going to do about it? Well, it went down by 40%, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to say I'm the mayor and I'm going to take some credit for it. What I've tried to explain to students over the last 4 years is that I want you to be safe. I want you to live in a code-compliant house. I want you to live with the number of people that you're supposed to live with under the city codes, which nobody tells you anymore. I want you to make sure that you are a part of this community, because you are. I want our university, our hospital, our students, our people who live here to know that I believe that the work that I do every day is the most important work that I will ever do in my life. I recognize that I am living the first line of my obituary when I die. And that is not lost on me any day of the week.
Cheers of thousands greeted Jorge Mario Bergoglio, the Archbishop of Buenos Aires, after the College of Cardinals elected him as the new leader of the Catholic Church. The 76-year-old new pope is the first not to be born in Europe since Columbus sailed the New World. Many spectators believe that with this selection, the Church is sending a clear message that its future lies in the global South, which is now the home of the bulk of Catholics. Pope Francis will inherit a church dealing with an array of challenges, from a pre-shortage to a shrinking number of members. Some believe that Bergoglio was selected because the Cardinals felt his humility is what's needed to guide the church out of these trying times. And spring break is coming this Friday. As SU students go back to their hometowns all around the nation, SUTV's Jesse Snader asked students about their plans for the week.
I'm here at Red Square on the Salisbury University campus asking students what they are doing for spring break.
My friends, about it.
Going home, hanging out with friends, dentist appointment, sadly.
Spring break's coming up. What are your plans for spring break? Where are you going? What are you doing? Doing anything cool?
I'm mostly going home, visit my family. I might, go check out WVU for St. Patty's Day.
I'm going to a crew conference in Panama City.
For SUTV News, this is Jesse Snader reporting.
And with that, we bid you a happy and safe spring break. If you're in town, I'll be moderating the Camden Neighborhood Association Mayoral and City Council Forum on the 21st. If not, we hope to see you back in town in 2 weeks. For all of us at SUTV News, this is Eli Modlin from TTC saying thank you for joining us and good night.